We're just gonna wait real quick. There we go. There we go. We are live. Look, I just did a whole live that did not go live. So I gotta do it again. But that's okay. That's okay. We are on law number 6. The 10 laws of the legacy author. Law number 6 is the law of declaration. Law number 6 says a legacy author speaks outcomes before evidence. The law statement: I will speak success, clarity, and direction over my work and my future. Do you know that the words you speak in private are just as important as the actions you produce and execute in public? I talk to so many people about what they can do for their books and ways to promote their books. And as I'm telling them ways to achieve their goals, they're telling me why those ways will not work. They're telling me why they don't want to do those things. Why people won't why people won't approve of those things, or why people won't buy into their book, right? They are speaking the very thing they don't want. If you could imagine this, imagine that you got an immediate manifestation of every word you spoke. Immediate. You say it, it happens. What would you say? What would you say over your life? Would you say, man, I'm ugly? Would you say, man, nobody likes me? Would you say, man, I'm broke? Or would you say, man, I am wealthy, I'm worthy, I'm capable, I am abundant, I'm rich? If you got an immediate manifestation of every word you said, what we really need to understand is that we are getting exactly what we say. Exactly what we say. So when it comes to your book, your business, your platform, you have to speak only the affirmative 100% of the time, no matter what people think. No matter what people say you're delusional. People say that's not realistic. Whatever people say, it doesn't matter. You keep speaking the affirmative. A few years ago, me and one of my best friends and business partner, we began to, every day for a year, we gave each other our affirmations. And we declared that we made a specific amount of money every month. I'm not going to give the number, but we said we're going to make a specific amount of money every month. I had no clue what it would take to make this kind of money every month. I had no system. I had no plan. I just declared it. And we said that for a year. We said those affirmations for a year until eventually that number started happening. That's how powerful your words are. When you speak something into existence, you're creating a flow, you're creating a reality that you have to follow. And if you follow that reality, you're going to start coming into contact with the people, the resources, and the opportunities to create that reality. But if you speak negativity, you're going to shut off the flow of that reality. So when you're talking about your book and you're talking about ways to achieve your goals, stop talking negative. Stop vacillating between, yes, this is going to be a great book, and then moving into, man, I don't want to get on nobody's nerves. I don't want to beg people. People don't like that. People don't like this. I don't like social media. I don't want to do that. Every time you say I don't, you cut off your flow of creativity. Every time you speak in the affirmative, you open creativity. You walk in creativity. And the power of your creativity is what we say. When we read the Bible and God says, I created you in my image, it's not that he's talking about hands and legs. He's talking about the power to create with words, to speak things into existence. So you have to declare the power, the success, the impact of your book on a regular basis every day without contradiction. Do not contradict it. Do not talk about, if it is a negative word, if the word includes can't, won't, don't speak it. Only speak what you can do, what you will do, what your book will do, even if you don't see it. The misconception is that you have, for a lot of people, is that you have to see it before you speak it. But the truth is, you have to speak it before you see it. You have to speak it before you see it. Your house that you're living in was not there when the architect and the builders started building it and setting the plans for it. It wasn't there. And it'd be silly to say to an architect, man, you're delusional. You're talking about building a building. I don't see a building. Does that make sense? The architect is creating the blueprints and speaking into existence something that is not there. You are the architect of your success. And it's up to you to speak into existence, declare into existence what is not here now. So, law number 6, the law of declaration. Declare the success you want to see in your book. Look, it's the 2026 Blitz. If you have not written your book, please do not let this year go by. I don't say that just because this is my business. I say that because I truly believe everyone has a story that can reach and save lives and impact lives. I'm not going to be able to reach everybody on this planet. And no, I don't intend to reach 1 billion people. I don't. But the people who I will reach, I will fulfill my purpose. You as an author, you as a person with a unique story, a unique perspective of life, you have people who are waiting on your message and they need to get your message. There's an urgency for your purpose. Give us a call, 615-44-BOOKS. If you know someone who needs to publish a book, who's been talking about publishing a book, make the referral. If they do business with TrueVine, that's money in your pocket, and you qualify for a trip that I'm going to send somebody to the Dominican Republic on a 5-day all-inclusive trip to the Dominican Republic. All right, you all have a wonderful weekend. God bless.